commander.
She's like, how'd you get out of there?
Yeah.
I was here the whole time.
Wait, what?
Wait a second, in your dress.
I shall alert the Lord Commander.
She's like, oh, no. Get in here.
Ah, took his helmet.
You finished?
No.
No.
Thank you.
Oh no, she'd take it out on him now.
Oh boy, you're in for a treat.
I'm a bit Rondi.
It's gonna take him an hour to take that stuff off.
Enough time to think.
That's right.
Foreplay.
She's going to help
What
him.
happens? Something happens. He's gonna get caught. He feels so guilty.
Yeah.
He knows it's
Oh boy.
wrong,
He
but
went in.
he does care
It's a
for her.
lot of work, huh?
That's right, sure is.
I'm telling you.
It's like when you try to eat a lobster and it's like, oh my god.
Just to get to that meat.
Sorry. That was great. Oh god.
This will cut the fog.
Oh,
Would it need protection from common or
I'm not so common.
you never were one to stay idle?
so it benefited both of them to find out what they did. But they really didn't do anything, but they were together.
Mm-hmm.
What is it?
I apologize for the early hour, Your Grace. I have discomforting news I thought it best shared discreetly before the council convenes.
The sea snake.
The princess was spied last evening. Beyond the walls of the keep. In a pleasure house.
What of it? You went to my bedchamber, accusing my daughter of something. Now speak it. Plainly.
Daemon and Rhaenyra were seen together. Coupling.
Who is responsible for this gossip?
Uh-oh, yeah.
Have this rumor monger brought before me at once, and I will take their eyes. You're so sick with ambition that you would have my daughter stalked, spied upon, awaiting your best chance to destroy her reputation.
Yeah,
Good for
he
you.
takes
It
it.
is, yeah.
Just get out.
Wow.
Oh,
Leave me. Once.
He is telling the
He
truth
hates it,
there,
I don't
but
think-
that's
yeah.
right.
Your father. Keeping the door open this time.
oh.
Princess, I have a message from the Queen.
Oh god, he heard this? Does he know?
Were you with your uncle? Oh,
Oh, good. She's like, oh, phew.
I haven't seen
Nothing
him in
with-
years.
Cool.
You fucked Daemon in a pleasure house.
She said it plainly.
That's right, she did.
You cannot believe such gossip. My father is no gossip. Well, certainly he's been misled. He could not have witnessed such a thing. Why not? Because it did not happen. He was told. Told? So you are accusing me of slanders? You overheard? I only want to help you, Rhaenyra. I was only a spectator. I didn't do anything. So you did not... Must I truly refute that?
You almost did, though.
Yeah.
Daemon, never touched me.
It's a lie.
I regret it.
Okay.
Here he
Good.
comes.
Oh, yeah.
I'm glad she was honest with it.
Oh boy, he's gonna be in trouble.
Oh,
The king demands an audience, my friend.
demands an audience?
Just
Let
don't
me
throw him
see.
on that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh, he's like really drugged up.
My daughter.
Yeah, about that.
You defiled her. Oh! She's just a girl. Your niece.
Rhaenyra's a woman
So young
grown.
girl, you're
Better her first experience be with me than some whore.
So he's just lying about it now.
I should disinherit her. But I already did you. Be done with it.
Wed her to me.
See, that's what he wants.
oh, yeah.
Beg on the conqueror from taking a second wife.
You are no conqueror. You are a plague. Go back to the Vale, Daemon. To your lawful wife. Strive to restore whatever scrap of honor remains in you.
As you wish, brother.
I'll come
Not over
back.
yet.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna sleep here.
Oh,
Seems like he's almost drugged still, you know?
Yeah,
He's
he's
really
Yeah,
He is,
he's
yeah.
hungover.
big time.
Whatever transpired, Rhaenyra is not innocent.
Only because Daemon tried to corrupt her.
Daemon and Rhaenyra share the blood of the dragon.
Are they gonna hear all this, or they're just gonna?
Yeah.
Ooh, there it is.
oh, boy.
It's Paul.
Before Aegon's death, the last of the Valyrian pyromancers hid his song in the steel.
And his will be the song of ice and fire.
Yeah.
Are you saying you're going to choose your son?
Jaehaerys would have disinherited you.
For a lie? You've yet to ask me for the truth of what happened.
Mm-hmm.
The truth does not matter, Rhaenyra. Your courtship is at an end. You will wed Selena Velaryon, and you will do so without protest.
The son of the sea snake.
The House of the Dragon will stand as one for a further generation.
And what will you do about the vulture who perches upon your throne?
What vulture?
You speak of the Conqueror's vision, and the need for strength and unity across the realm. But how can that be accomplished with your most trusted advisor so self-interested? But you must first do yours as king.
Okay, what happens if you're
Wow, that's a
demoted?
good compromise.
What's gonna happen with Otto now? You're fired.
Okay.
Jakaris. You're Jakaris.
I'll
Oh
write
no.
you a resignation letter.
Jaehaerys named a great royal hunt to celebrate him being in the hand of the king. 5 days later, my father lay dead. The gods have a dark wit.
It was a grim day. I recall it all too well.
You are the man that taught me how to be king.
Will you honor me, Your Grace?
How long did it take you to choose yourself over your king?
Your Grace.
I only now realize how well calculated it was.
That is an absurdity. The Queen loves you.
You were a faithful servant, Otto.
Whoa. Holy crap.
What's he going to do with
So what
Alicent,
now?
too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
He knows when he had
Yeah.
sex with her, she
Guys.
didn't have any interest in it, so he knows that.
What is that?
Oh no. Otto, this
I
is
took
wrong.
great care in its preparation.
oh, yeah, yeah.
It will rid you of any unwanted consequences.
Oh!
Yeah, kind of.
Oh, like a plan B?
Yeah, right.
Because we think you had sex.
Which you did, but
She
not the
did
person.
not.
that-
That's right. This might
Then
help
she
out Cole, right?
Wow.
That's right.
She is pregnant. That's really sucky. just to make sure.
That's right.
I trust you, but I don't trust you.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh boy.
That is
Poor
hard being in
Rhaenyra.
her
That's
position, but like lying about it.
Oh jeez.
But she was forthright with her father. You're just not even believing what I say. She
Yeah,
didn't have
sure,
sex with
definitely.
them. She
Yeah.
had sex with someone else, but she didn't have sex with them. But
That's right.
he does
Damon's
have to protect
totally
himself.
saying that they did, because
Yes.
he really wanted that. He
That's
wants
right.
the power of the throne.
Definitely.
And
Yeah.
Allison
Yeah.
is so truthful. She's a good friend, and she was truthful.
Oh,
He
yeah.
wants to, he wants to make you look inferior,
Mhm.
That's right, yeah.
and make you feel inferior.
Yeah, he loves messing with his brother, and I really like Allison. I mean,
I
You
do
too.
she's really trying to trust
she's
her
in
friend.
a hard spot right now, and
Right.
I'm worried what's going to happen with her, as far as still being queen. Is he gonna
So
because he knows
far,
it was arranged.
I mean, it's a lot to wrap your head around when it comes to the Targaryen ways of things, and then him marrying, like that's his obligation to wife and have more children,
Right.
but here he married Allison, who's extremely a lot younger than him. So that's hard to accept, but it's this age, that's what you do, and so we move on from there. They seem like they have a good relationship and they do really care for each other. They're doing their duty, but
Yes.
I think they had a good relationship for the most part, but yeah, now I'm kind of worried, like you said, that now that Viserys, I'm glad Viserys has his eyes open where he just doesn't blindly trust Otto. I mean, yes, he followed his lead for so long, or his guidance, but for him to see now, oh yeah, you always wanted the throne, you're corrupt, and, Alicent was just a distraction. I am hoping that nothing bad comes of that, because Alicent is removed. You can tell that she's not happy in the marriage. I mean, that's very different. Because she's doing her obligation kind of thing, but they still seem like they had a good relationship where they were kind to each other and respectful to a certain extent. But a lot of years have passed, and she's just numb to it all.
Yeah, she didn't want to go to his bedchamber in the middle of the night.
Yeah, they slept
Of course, they
separately.
had, and I think they sleep separately anyway as a king and
That's
queen.
like
But she clearly did not want to have sex with
I
him.
don't
She was
think
just
so.
there
No,
just to
definitely not.
do her duty, and he's like, "Are you all right?" But so that solidified what happened. Now he's like, "Yeah, you had her be a distraction for me at my worst time and my grieving hour. You sent her to me on purpose."
Yeah, so it's good
Sure
that he was
did.
aware of
So
that.
maybe he'll know. I think he's pretty wise too. I think he'll know that excuse me, that Alicent was sent by her father, so he will probably understand that. But they did grow to love each other, or she cares for him. She was bathing him at the end when he was hurt. She asked them to leave. She gets him wine. She does care for him. She's holding her own child. She's not having other people do
That's
it.
right.
So I think she truly does care, and she wants to be cared for. And she's reaching out to Rhaenyra on top of it and being truthful to her. She wants the
Sure.
truth, and
Great.
I
She's a
think
good
the
friend to
marriage
her.
will stay.
Yeah.
But I don't know what's Otto's going to be. Who knows what he's going to do now?
I know.
Surprise.
Because I'm like, he can't react and be enraged or anything, because Viserys is still his king, and he's getting demoted for for being corrupt, or at least that's the allegation. So he has to be very careful, and I kind of felt bad for him in that moment, because I'm like, you gotta really choose your words wisely, because
Yes,
do you
you
just
guys.
get fired, or do you get Dracarys? Do you die a fiery death? If you push it too far at this point, but I think Otto was in the wrong, and I'm glad Viserys is seeing that, but I am worried for Alicent, because I hope Viserys doesn't start twisting it to the point where he's so angry because he's having rebellion with his brother, with his daughter, with everything going on, that Otto manipulating him, that I just hope he doesn't take it out on Alicent, because she
I
is
kind of
innocent.
thought that at first, but I don't think he's going to now, because she
hope not.
is, like I say, we saw a lot of caring moments. Truly, she didn't have to do some caring moments that we saw, and I think he won't fault her for that, because she was just doing what her father told her to do. But as far as Daemon is concerned, I mean, sending him away, like banishing him again, I think he's going to go down a darker path.
Yeah.
So,
Eventually.
Yeah.
Yeah. And when Damon showed up there and bent the knee, like, did you have suspicions? Did you think that he wanted something, or do you think he just went back, because he missed his brother? And
I thought maybe because he missed his brother, but that's...
I don't think he was doing it to miss his brother. I think he wanted some recognition.
Yeah.
And I think he wanted to be said, okay, you are worthy of being my heir.
Mm-hmm.
And he was phenomenal.
That's
I
right,
mean, hands down, he was phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
So he should have gotten some recognition. And it was rightfully done how he just embraced his brother and they reconciled. And that was really good. Mm-hmm. But I think he was doing it to I did this on my own. I didn't need your help at all.
Yeah.
That's right.
And so I think that's the only reason why he went back. And he was he seemed genuine when he came back, He was very proud of himself, but he didn't seem cocky.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I agree. I think, I think we can tell he does love his brother, because he even gets defensive with Corlys last time. He's like, well, he's my brother. I can say what I want, but you can't.
Right.
He still has a kind of respect for him, but he likes to mess with him a lot because Viserys also did bad things with him all throughout, him ruling.
Mm-hmm.
And him going back, from last episode, as we know, how upset he was through his brother's words that he took on. He was more motivated to kill the crab feeder and take on all his soldiers, and to do that all on his own. He planned it out perfectly, where it was a huge risk, but he survived it. He killed the crab feeder and became their king, and to show it and have an audience with his brother there and take the knee, it makes him look like a better person. I did this all on my own.
Now we have safe
and now
passage.
I'm loyal to you again.
Yeah.
Almost making his brother seem like he's in the wrong. That's how I took it. He's more of the hero. But I kind of had a feeling, I'm he wants something else. And then later on, when they went out together, that was kind of cool, going in that secret passageway, the castle.
Yeah, Rhaenyra kind of thought it was
out.
great. I mean, she doesn't want to be, in a cage, it's good for her. I mean, it's really eye-opening to see what happens, outside her, the gilded area, and,
it's very dangerous,
thought it was very
too.
exciting.
It sure is.
And, you can tell that Daemon really does care for her. He really does. I don't think he's, wanting to wed her. I don't think it's because he wants to be on the throne, but I think he truly does care for her.
I think he does too. Yeah, because we've
even
seen that.
we're starting to think, oh no, the related, but we can't think like that because that's their norm.
I know. It's still I can't help
have
myself,
to-
but
yeah,
it's
I
when I
know,
try to
yeah.
let it go, and
Me too,
I could have
but-
said a lot more, but I
Right.
just
Yeah.
Wow.
It's a lot to take in, right?
Sure is.
Yeah, but yeah, we've seen how Daemon is with Rhaenyra, and he has that look where he really does respect her to a certain extent, and he cares for her. He even gave her that necklace early on, and that was a big deal.
He made sure he touched it and said,
And I think that was a nice gesture where he wanted her to be free for a night to actually see the world and not be caged with responsibilities all the time. So I think he really cared for that, and the way he kept looking at her when she's seeing this play and how people are outside the kingdom or outside the
how
castle.
they feel about them.
I mean, that's huge. So he did lose himself a bit, and he did not sleep with her. He got really upset when they started making out because there was lust there, I guess, but and he is attracted to her, and this is new for her. She's probably attracted to him a little bit, but just caught up in the moment of everything going on around you.
Yeah, sure was.
I'm happy he got mad because he punched the wall or something, and then he stopped and walked away.
It's I can't.
That's good.
Yeah, so that was good, and I respect him more for doing that because he didn't want to just take advantage of her just for the throne, because he respects her more. So I really enjoy that he's like that.
Yeah, and doing that, I think, and then asking for her hand, bad timing, but I think if he was going to have sex with her, it would be appropriate. It would be an appropriate time, not there.
'Cause she
you
is
know,
still young,
so he
yeah.
does respect her that much,
good.
but
Mhm.
he probably wanted to see how engaging she would be, and she was, you know, she was engaging him at the end before he left, and
Mhm.
he's like, no, this is not the right time. But
Yeah.
he, you know, I think he is truthful, and you know, he wants to marry her because he does love her or care for her in that way.
Yeah. And, you know, just jumping to, I think that was during the discussion with Otto when Viserys got defensive, or maybe he said it to Rhaenyra,
Yeah.
but something about her being so young, like you're too young or something. And I'm like, you married her best friends,
That's right.
like years
And
ago.
not only that, you
Like,
were trying to marry her off. She went to how many scores of suitors?
Oh my
I know, and it's just all
so
tradition.
now she's a
crap
girl.
where-
And, you know,
My
when
God, that's
Damon
so-
was saying, but we at her age, we were effing everything.
I know.
And he's
and
like,
it's
yeah,
because
but
you're
she's a girl.
woman.
But I'm like,
see?
what?
You're a whore, and that's
That's-
it. Like,
yeah.
there's
How
no
can
other.
you say that? You're trying to marry her off.
Yeah. So they're betting all these other
Yeah.
people when
But
you're a
he loves
guy,
it, yeah.
and you know you could have a bunch of bastards, and that's fine. Like that's incredible. That's like insane.
Yeah,
to
and even
think how
Rhaenyra
fair
was
it
yelling,
is.
you know, talking to her, not yelling, but she was discussing with her father, you know, disagreeing. Like, it's okay, it's acceptable for a man. He goes,
Yeah.
but you're a woman, you can't.
Mhm.
But
And even if she didn't do anything, you know, like he was saying to her, even if you didn't do anything, your reputation, you were there.
yeah.
You know, that kid was there. And I don't blame Otto for having, you know, spies for her. I mean, it's for her own good, really. I mean, overall, as a blanket.
Yeah.
But to do this for his own reasoning, you know, to taint her reputation so Aegon can be the heir, that's wrong.
Mhm.
And now he's seeing it.
But then she did, you know, engage in Kristen.
Mhm.
That's
Yeah.
right. She
I
sure
really like
did.
him.
Sure did.
And I love you guys. A few of you threw me off because in the comments people were saying, like, either last episode, I think it was last episode, yeah, where they're like, oh, well, you know, he's King's Guard, so, you know, he took a vow and that would never happen or something. So I'm like, yeah, because I'm kind of like, okay, well, they do have good chemistry.
They certainly
So,
do.
yeah, and then I'm like,
Definitely
aha,
do,
so that
yes.
threw me off because I'm like,
That
oh,
was
yeah,
fun.
she is going to, you know, go after him. But, you know, I know she does care for him anyways, but I kind of felt bad in that moment because he really does care for her.
That's
And
right.
I felt like she took advantage of the situation because
Yes.
she was upset that Damon
That's right.
rejected her. And I feel like she was just like still caught up in the moment.
Yes.
And
I
Of
definitely-
the
I
excitement
definitely
and
think so,
wanted that,
definitely,
you know,
yeah.
everyone else is doing, you know, like she's
Yeah.
seeing that.
freedom for one night. kind
Right,
of thing.
and just
Right.
like Damon with his girlfriend, she was bitter about that, and that little boy paid her. So was it Otto having,
Mhm.
you know, that was Otto's doing. So yeah, it's just full circle that, you know, his girlfriend is upset too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all messed up.
Yeah.
It sure is.
Wow. So I'm curious where this is going to go, and
Feelings.
I feel bad for Kristen because, like,
Yeah.
I know he's going to be an
Yeah,
he's such a
amazing
nice
guard.
guy.
Like he's been in the King's Guard for a while now, and you know we heard he was in battle before, and you know either way, like he is a real kind-hearted guy, and he really cares for Rhaenyra. So we know, or I have a strong feeling that's not going to work out. No spoilers. We don't
I know,
anything,
or at
but-
least she is going to have an affair with him if she marries the sea snake's son.
Yeah, she
You
said,
know,
and I
because
believe she will
Damon
do
was
that.
saying, you know, you can still do what you want. That's just a political thing. Marriage is just a political thing. But
So maybe she'll have him on the side.
And
for
she
him.
also might be pregnant. I know.
well,
she
they're
got
having
this-
the
I
Plan
know.
B now.
Yeah,
Yeah, how
Like,
accurate
yeah.
is that?
if it works.
How crazy are they, like, showing the, I mean, it would make sense why, but, you know, that they're showing the Plan B,
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
with everything
Yeah.
going
No.
on right now.
Right, right.
Let's see if
Yeah,
that works.
but, you know, I feel bad for Rhaenyra because her father doesn't believe her, and he's like, well, it doesn't even matter, like, what the truth is, because it's
You
all
were out.
hearsay, like, it's out there, so you can't take that back once the rumor's out there.
Yes.
But he still gave her the Plan B anyways, and she feels bad because she's like, he doesn't trust me that we didn't sleep together.
right, yeah.
But at the same time, she still slept with someone, though, so she's still lying. So there's just a lot of...
Like that.
And
Yeah.
you know
There's
what?
no one
I'm
way
so
of being
happy.
truthful.
Right. I'm so happy that it's with Damon. He was just banished because Cole would have been killed
Yeah.
if they found out that it was him. You know, after all that, because that's what she was
Yeah.
like worried about.
Yeah,
like he
maybe.
would have been done for.
I mean, he's part of the Kingsguard. You're not supposed to do that. You took a vow,
Right.
like you're
That's
Right.
you can't have relations or anything, right?
You're
So
in her. Yeah, you're in her chambers. You're supposed to be on the other side of the door,
That's right.
Yeah.
clothed and armed.
you are right. That's probably really bad in
Yeah,
that
he
way
would
too.
have
'cause
been.
I'm
He
like,
would have
"Oh,
been a
good
goner
fire."
if they found out that.
Yeah, that's a different kind of fire
That's
for
sure.
him.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll see.
He would
I
have
hope
been
he'll be
spiked.
okay, but I'm trying to mentally prepare myself because I know a lot of crap is going to go down.
Oh, boy, for
And it's
Kristen.
going to be really
I
bad.
know. This is going to
Gonna be
bad.
crispy.
Yeah.
Everything's going to be crispy. Everything's going to burn.
Oh, please.
So thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you very soon as always. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Crispy critters.